Before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know that over 90% of you watching this video aren't even subscribed to the channel. So if this is something you like, basketball related content, then be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. And also please be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss an upload. And also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. That makes a big difference in helping this channel grow. With that being said, back to the video. What's going on, guys? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about All-Star Day. I was going to say All-Star Weekend, but it was really All-Star Day because there wasn't really anything else to happen. But yeah, I mean, it was just a interesting day thinking about what happened and how the event went out. I mean, first of all, you know, they actually did it, which I'm still, even after it's done, I still believe they should not have done it. But, you know, it is what it is. And they did the event, and, you know, it was funny because the day after they were saying that, oh, nobody tested positive, everyone was negative, so it went well, it went smoothly. But that's not true, because if you actually think about what happened earlier in the day, like in the morning, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were ruled out because they came in contact with a barber who tested positive in Philadelphia. So because of that, and then like the protocols, they were not able to play in the game, and they had to fly back to Philly to do their 7-day quarantine, and they're gonna miss a couple of games this week. So that could have been avoidable. You know, it was dumb to have that anyway. And you know, it was funny because Woj reported when that news came out that, hey, the NBA wants to avoid a worst case scenario where you're potentially exposing all the all-stars and your best players in the league to COVID, and then that forces, you know, the best players in the league to not be playing for like a week or two. And I'm like, if you wanted to avoid that situation, then why did you have the game in the first place? Because that could have been completely avoidable. But, you know, money. But, you know, let's be fair. Other than the situation with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, the event went by smoothly. And I just want to kind of give my thoughts on how the thing went out, and like my thoughts, because it was a unique experience. I think it's fair to say that's how a lot of this stuff is in this pandemic. But I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm going to be completely honest, just to give my general thoughts on the event. I hope it doesn't happen again. I hope that this is not a regular thing that happens again, but for the situation and the circumstances, it was okay. Like, I didn't hate it. It wasn't like completely boring, but it wasn't all that exciting. And look, the bar's high because, especially after last year, the All-Star thing in Chicago, and how like incredible the game was and the events in general, just how that game ended up and how the whole weekend went down, it was just so good. So the standards are high, obviously, but you can't compare the two, so I'm not going to try to do that. But yeah, I mean, it was still fine. You know, let's start with what should we start with? The skills challenge. I mean, Domantas Sabonis won. I think it's those Pacer jerseys that made him so good. Also, nobody really tried, which I get. The skills challenge is not really that exciting of an event. You know, it used to be because you basically had, you know, the league's best like guards, because that's what it used to be. The skills challenge used to be a lot of the guards in the league, especially the younger ones, who would basically race against themselves and race against each other on time. There wasn't like a thing where it is now where you have two guys trying to race to see who finishes first. It was basically just timed, which I think added a little bit more intensity. But I mean, you know, doing the guards versus bigs thing is interesting, and Sabonis won, which I don't hate. You know, to be fair, nobody really tried. No one really tried. I mean, Luka did the whole thing in his warm-up. He had a bye, and he was in the second round. He could have easily gone at least to the championship round, but he didn't really care. He just did the whole thing, wearing his warm-ups, doing the awkward wave thing to the camera like it's a 90s sitcom, you know. But, you know, it was an interesting event, kind of. I thought Chris Paul was going to win, to be honest. I had him winning, but he missed that layup in the beginning, and I'm just like, oh, that's it. But yeah, the skills challenge was really nothing exciting, which is, you know, the usual. The three-point contest, I think I've said this for a while now, especially after the 2016 dunk contest, but I've been saying the three-point contest is my favorite event. It really is, because I don't know why, but the shooting contest just gets me more excited because there's so much more intensity there's more competitiveness. It's more clutch in a way, because you have the guys going at each other, and when you have a good field, it creates more competition. Like, I thought the field that they had this year was very good, because you had, let me see if I can remember them all. You had Steph, you had Tatum, you had Jaylen Brown, you had Zach LaVine, you had Mike Conley replacing Devin Booker. You also had God, I'm forgetting somebody. Oh my God, I'm forgetting somebody. Or was that everyone? Oh, Donovan Mitchell. So, it was still, that's a good field. That is a very good field. But as usual, when you have Stephen Curry on the field, the greatest shooter of all time, you expect him to win, and he did. He had 31 in the first round. That was unreal. He had an incredible round. And one thing I don't like about the three-point contest, they added it last year, and I don't know how I feel about it. Adding that Mountain Dew ball, like the green ball, to like shoot a 30-footer. I don't know why they added that. I feel like that just kind of like, I get what they're trying to do, because it just shows how different the league is and how guys are shooting more from deep, which is cool, and I respect that because it's fun to watch in game. But in the contest, I don't know why, it just feels like it doesn't feel as smooth going from rack to rack, because it feels like you're shooting in the corner, then you're shooting on the wing, then you have to do like another weird stop to like the halfway point between the top of the key and the wing to shoot a 30-footer. Like, that's just weird to me. I don't know. I just like it when it's like very smooth flowing. You're just going corner, wing, top, corner, wing, just that flow is just, it works for me, but I don't hate it. I mean, Steph had, like I said, Steph had an incredible first round, and then in the championship, Conley did terrific. Conley had 27, I think, in his championship round, and I thought he was going to win. I was like, oh my God, Mike Conley is replacing Devin Booker, because he's a first-time All-Star, he's in the three-point contest, and he's about to win against Steph Curry. But no, you can't bet against Stephen Curry, the greatest of all time. He had 28. He had to rely on the last money ball at the last minute to hit the shot to win, and he did, because it's him. So, I mean, watching him do what he does, watching him shoot, it's so fun, even if it's in a contest and not even in game, just because like his shot's so pretty and it just goes in all the time, so it's just like satisfying to watch. But yeah, Steph had a great contest. That was great to watch. Then we go to the game, and I liked the game. In the beginning, it looked very clunky and messy, but at the same time, if you watch the guys, they looked like they were having so much fun, and they weren't really like doing anything. Obviously, you can't really talk much about the game. There was no defense, which is in any game, and you couldn't really, I mean, it was expected that Team LeBron was going to win, because I mean, that starting lineup he had, I mean, LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Jokic, and oh my God, my mind is blanking today. I'm trying to remember who was the other starter, because I know that after Simmons and Embiid got out of the game, then there was some like weird lineup adjustments, but it was just LeBron's team was crazy. Like, that starting lineup was ridiculous, and I had no doubt that one person in the starter was going to win. I had Steph winning the MVP before the game. I had Steph winning the All-Star Game MVP. I just thought that he was just going to put on like an incredible shooting performance and just destroy the competition. And to be fair, he didn't win MVP, but he put on a show. Damian Lillard did too. I mean, watching the two of them on the same team and them just basically challenging each other and shooting from half court like that, like, it was ridiculous. Like, the last like minute or two of the second quarter was the most exciting part of the game, because you had Steph caught a lob and dunked it. Then Steph threw an inbound lob to Chris Paul. Like, that was crazy. Then Damian Lillard also did a dunk. And then Damian Lillard pulled up from half court. And then Steph also pulled up from half court. So it was like that like sequence of that happening again and again and again. That was the most exciting part of the game, for sure. Just watching them shoot and watching them do that. And then also watching LeBron and Steph together on a team. Like, that's wild to me. Like, if they had just 1 year together, imagine if they played together for 1 year, what the league would look like, what they would be able to do together. I mean, it was wild. They had so much fun together. Giannis is probably the most likable guy in the league. I mean, there's a lot of the guys like that in this league, which is what I like about, you know, the guys who are in this league right now. But Giannis looks like he was just having such a fun time. He was just like doing whatever. He was obviously, look, you can't stop him when he's going to the basket. So he takes it and he dunks it. He was shooting 3 and a corner 3. He was literally jumping up and down like a 5-year-old. Like, he was that excited after he made a 3. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's that kind of like energy, that kind of like positivity, that kind of fun energy you have is so important to have, especially in a game like this when it doesn't matter. You're just trying to put on a show for the fans, because that's what it is at the end of the day. So for Giannis to do what he did, it was great. And I mean, hey, he didn't miss a shot. He went 16 for 16, got the MVP because he deserved it. But I mean, yeah, other than that, I mean, oh yeah, the dunk contest. It was okay. This I have a problem. The dunk contest, I didn't hate it. A lot of people were saying it was trash. I didn't think it was that bad. I think the reason that people think it was bad is because the commentators, like Kenny Smith and Reggie Miller and all the other guys, they ruined it. They really ruined the experience because they have the bar is so high, and I don't blame them for having the bar that high because we've had some incredible contests in the past, but the guys still did well. I mean, Anthony Simons has hops. He has bunnies. So, you know, I'm glad he won, but the judging also was terrible. Like, they had the best dunkers of all time. You had like Josh Smith, Dominic Wilkins, Spud Webb. Like, you had these like very respected judges because they've done such good things in the dunk contest, but they were not good judges. Like, okay, the first dunk of the night, Cassius Stanley, that was a 10. That was a 50. And they gave him, what, a 44? Like, that was wild. Why? That was such a good dunk. And then when you watch it in slow motion, you realize more how much of an impressive dunk that was. But, yeah, the dunk contest wasn't all that bad. I think just people have their expectations too high, which I don't blame you. Because, I mean, look, the Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon dunk contest was probably... The dunk contest with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon was the greatest dunk contest I've ever seen. And probably the greatest dunk contest of all time. You had 2 elite guys doing everything they did during that night. It was incredible, and we're not going to get something like that again. I hope we do, but I don't think we will. So people just have their bar high. So because of that, it ruins the experience of watching these other guys. But I liked it. I didn't mind it at all. But I mean, yeah, other than that, I mean, the second half of the game, the All-Star game got kind of dull. LeBron wasn't playing. People were just kind of doing whatever. It was a 20-point game anyway, so we didn't get that fun ending like we thought. And yeah, that's basically it. That was it. Overall, I mean, I still don't think they should have done this, but for what it's worth, it wasn't that bad. I guess we can say that. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like. Comment down below what you think about the All-Star game. Do you think it was worth the watch? Do you think it was worth having in the first place? I'm curious to hear what you think. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, all that stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.